Hello everybody, it's Jeanette Vilda. Here just to share a sort of a little crafty share, I guess. This is something I made for myself a pretty, not long time ago, maybe a few years ago, and I just keep adding to it. I'm showing you 3, there is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there's 9 of them. So as I get more, I make more. So what these are, I'll put them to the side and I'll just pick one here, is just simple little books for my postcards. I am a postcard collector. I've been collecting postcards since I was very little. I think I have my first postcard from the first zoo I went to when I was in kindergarten. And it's in one of these somewhere. And I've actually managed to keep them all pristine. And I'd had some of them in photo albums, but what I didn't like was that you couldn't see the back. So, I tried all kinds of different ways to capture my postcards so I could look at them, so I could share them, so that I could make sure that they were kept well. Couldn't come up with anything until I saw a tutorial from Sea Lemon on doing a Coptic stitch with a single sheet. And what she was doing was for I think it was a sketchbook. And so you were making a sketchbook with single sheets of sketch paper. And I thought, oh, perfect. What is postcard if not a single sheet of paper? So I got all of my cards together, and the reason there are 9 books and not like 2 or 3 is because the one thing I love about the Coptic stitch is that they lay flat. And I shouldn't, probably shouldn't show the ones that have those are probably an old address. There's a Santa Fe address in that one. Show some of the blank ones because they're not all ones that, here we go, we'll show this one. Because I have both ones that I've purchased when I went places and then ones that people sent to me when they went places. And everyone knows, send me a postcard so that I can add it to my collection. So anyways, they're single sheets, and by doing it this way, I lay flat. I can see both sides, and I was saying the reason I didn't put all of them all into one, so like I said, if you've got a whole bunch, if I stuck them all in one, then when I turned this piece over, all of those would be kind of straining, turn to the side, they'd be straining down, which would pull at the threads. It would warp my postcards. Gotta protect my postcards. So instead of having a few that were really thick, I made a whole bunch that were nice and thin. And the fun of that meant that I got to play with lots of papers. So anyways, this is, like I said, I'll link down below a single sheet Coptic stitch. Sea Lemon she has great tutorials on doing Coptic stitch and other bookbinding methods. This is simply, I think some of these, oops, I'm not showing it. Some of these covers are cereal boxes. Some of them are the backs of paper pads. It was pretty much anything I had. And they're made stronger by the paper. But, since this is just something to hold my postcards, it wouldn't be too strong. And I have these great travel images, papers, matte papers. Did I mention I collect postcards and love postcards? So, there you go. Didn't believe me. Yes, I have many. One thing I didn't do was, and I recommend this too if you do anything like this, is I did not try to put them in any kind of order. So here you've got our trip to Scotland, And then a couple of pages later, I think I saw New Mexico. So, and Chimayo. So, the reason is because, one, I kind of like the idea of being able to sort of slowly explore the world by flipping through all the different places that I've been. And also, if I had tried, I mean, look at this, guys. If I had tried to put this in order, I would have gone nuts. And I keep finding places where I have stored my postcards over the years. And so then it would be like, oh no, I've got this one postcard that isn't, in the right place. And so instead, just as they came, going from Scotland to New Mexico to Germany to, what is that? Oh, Zeppelin. So this one we went to the Zeppelin Museum. And that one's upside down. Have I ever mentioned that in every single project I do, I have to have something that's upside down? Shoot, I didn't even notice that. Okay. Well, so anyway, that was just a little share, little project. Again, check out Selim and her book binding. If you have something like this where you want to capture, like I said, the idea is that I wanted to be able to capture both sides. So I could always go back and say, especially the ones where people send me stuff, I want to be able to go back and read, what somebody wrote to me. And I didn't want to have to photocopy it, because that was one of my ideas, photocopy it and then print it and put it to the side. And instead, this allows me to easily see everything that I had. And I did do them by size. I organized them by size so you can see narrow ones and wider ones. I think that's the only organization I did in terms of putting these together, but that's simply so that when I did the holes, I didn't have to worry about, mixing in, different widths, that I could define the whole width and know that it would go through all of my postcards and not miss anybody. So that's the only organization I did. And I did organize the pretty colors, but they're very random. It's the threads that I had available, but I did try to make them pretty. So anyways, I hope you like that as a share, just some inspiration. And like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy your day, and see you later. Bye-bye.